Desert.
Desert.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to my Thursday morning's live stream. Hello, Semi. Welcome. Hello, welcome. Hello, Yusuf. Hello, Farexia. Hello, Abbe. Can you hear me, Sami?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can. Thank you very much for joining. How is everything going on? Sami, are you there?
You're asking me?
Yeah, you are the only person at the moment in the live stream.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, these days I'm very busy because I have to. I'm ready. I'm preparing for the class, the special lecture. Yeah, in a doctoral course there is a. We have an opportunity to have our class once. So next week I'm going to have a lecture, yeah, in front of the students. Yeah, so I'm a little nervous, and uh, I have to write. I have to prepare for the presentation file. Yeah.
All right. Hi, Arpana. I have invited you. You need to join. Thank you very much. So, is it next week? Which day?
Uh. Oh, not next week. It's May 30. Yeah, May 30. I have to have a presentation.
About the IELTS exam.
Sorry.
What's the presentation about?
I think the topic would be innovation. Yeah, innovation. Why the innovation is important, and in Korea, how is the innovation, and what the government should do for innovation, something like that.
Okay. Innovation of what? Which perspective you're talking about?
Innovation is divided into two concepts. One is business innovation, and we call the economic innovation, and the other is social innovation. So we used to say innovation as a economic innovation. Yeah, usually.
Okay. Thank you very much. Hello, Aparna. Welcome.
Thank you, sir. Hello,
Would you like to tell us where are you from and what do you do?
I am from Nepal and I am a student.
Where do you study?
I study at university and my major subject is rural development.
Okay, which year are you now?
I'm in first semester.
So that's first year.
Yes,
How long is your course for?
minimum 2 years.
Is it 2 years degree?
Yes, master is 2 years degree.
So you're completing your masters.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you also complete your bachelor from same subject?
No, sir. My in bachelor degree, my major subject was social work.
Okay. So why are you doing your master in rural development then?
Mm, um, mm, I can't speak properly in English, so I need to think. Mm,
Okay. All right. So welcome. No worries. Hello, Asma. Welcome. I have also invited you. Uh,
Hi, hello, good morning.
Good morning, Asma. Thanks for joining. Where are you from again, Asma? I forgot.
Uh, Palestine.
You're from Palestine. Yes. Now I remember. Thank you very much. So how are you doing today?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, meet Semi and Aparna.
Hi, Sammy and Arabana.
Hello.
Hi, Asma. Yeah.
Okay, so welcome everyone. Today we're going to have some, speaking practice. Before that, Yusuf, welcome. Yusuf says I took 5 times. Unfortunately, I didn't achieve my record marks. Okay, possibly there is something not correct of your answering, or maybe the strategies you used in your exam. Okay, Aisha, alaikum salam. So let's move on. So Arpana from Nepal, Semi from South Korea, and Asma from Palestine. Thank you very much for joining. Do you have any more question before we start the session?
No.
No, sir.
No.
Okay, so um, did I explain all the speaking tips, how we can get good score? Possibly not. Okay, give me one quick moment. So Asma is preparing for IELTS exam, and Arpana says you like to develop your speaking, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
No, I am also preparing IELTS exam.
You're also, that's great.
Mm,
So have you checked all the IELTS, this how the exam takes place and all the 4 modules? Have you
Yes.
gone through? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have given previous exam. The marks is pretty lower, so I have again booked the exam date,
When is that?
4th June.
All right. Okay. When we take an exam, we don't say I give exam. We use give for different, meaning. For exam, it is taking exam, sit for exam, appear at, appear in, or maybe write. Okay. We don't
Okay, sir.
say give exam. Okay. The speaking part, there are 3 tasks. Task one, general question, and depending on the answer, it may, be 4 to 5 minutes longer. And the most common question they ask about your work, family, home life, personal interest. Part 2 is the cue card, which explains about a topic, a specific topic. So you have to analyze the topic and elaborative answers. If you remember that you'll be given 1 minute and you'll be given a small paper to take notes. So make sure you prepare in that 1 minute and write all the notes what you're going to talk about. Because you need to speak at least 2 minutes or more. My suggestion would be in the cue card section, speak as much as possible until the examiner says, please stop it now, okay?
Okay.
Then when you finish the cue card, you go to the part 3, and most of the cases part 3 is related to part 2, where you have to give more analytical answers, some advanced grammar questions, and sometimes situation where you have to demonstrate your tenses, conditional sentence as well. And again, depending on you, the part 3 might take place 4 to 5 minutes. Okay. Tip number 2, don't use big and unfamiliar words when you're having speaking an IELTS exam. You may sometimes think that, oh, I need this word or this phrase, you'd like to use it. Please bear in mind that we need to understand the content and context about the word, because you may use it incorrectly. But though it has been advised that you should use different kinds of vocabs, but bear in mind that this vocabulary should be related to your topic and should be precise and effective. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you to explain or for the examiner to assess your marking. Tip number 3, while you're having a conversation, use different range of grammatical structures, okay? As you might be aware that IELTS exam in speaking, you'll be assessed only these 4 criteria: fluency and coherence, lexical resource, grammatical range and accuracy, and pronunciation. So try and use a range of grammar structure, which means that when you're giving the example, try to use much as possible as a grammar structure. And if you make a mistake by chance, try to make correct it as soon as possible. All right, and don't worry about your accent. In IELTS exam, nobody assesses for your accent, so you have to speak naturally, articulately, clearly. And remember that you should be speaking a bit louder. And another important matter is that understanding the question of an exam, in IELTS exam. Hi Rohit, thank you very much for the subscription. If you want to join, let me know. Okay, I've invited you, Rohit. Remember that it's very important to understand the question in IELTS exam. The reason is that if you understand the question, then it will be easier for you to respond to it correctly. And also make sure you always answer what you have been asked for. Do not answer anything which is not relevant or necessary. Okay, and next one. Yeah, go on. If you have got any question, please stop and ask me. Sorry, I should have informed you. Go on.
Okay.
All right. Okay, let me know if you've got any question. If you have got any question, please always stop me and ask me. Okay, pause to think, and there is a time limit when you paused. You know the pause, yeah? Sometimes we stop, we think, and then we answer. But remember, the pause shouldn't be more than 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, if you become quiet, or if you can't speak more than 10 seconds, that you may be, assessed as a non-fluent speaker. And sometimes we use this type of expressions, to think of it. Like the examiners ask you a question, hey, have you ever been to Disneyland? Then you can say you don't know if you don't know the answer for a question, then you might say, that's an interesting question. I've never thought of that. Let me see. That's a good point. Or sometimes if the question is very difficult, you can say like, that's a difficult question for me, but I'll try to answer it.
Yeah.
Or you can say, well, some people say that's the case. However, when you're giving a different opinion, these are some of the expression you might use in the exam. Let me think about that for a minute, okay? Avoiding feelers. What are feelers? Feelers means very often you might observe that when we're having conversation, we try to be repetitive. And the most common feelers in IELTS exam I have noticed up now is like people use very often, or and sometimes actually. And sometimes what. Sometimes people say or well. So it will be better for you if you avoid this kind of feelers or repetitive words in your conversation. And the next would be, do not be limited to yes or no answer. Extend your answer. So what happens when you're extending? The examiner can assess your quality of speaking, your grammar, your fluency, as well as pronunciation. Remember that if you don't talk, then there's no way an examiner can assess your English. Okay? And how you can extend it? You can extend your answer by elaborating a little bit. Okay? So asking WH question, the WH question like what, which, when, why, and how. And always when you're answering, smile. Smiling helps pronunciation. Don't be nervous. Don't be stressed, okay? If you become nervous or stressed, then you lose confidence sometimes, even if you'll forget the common answers. Also, do not speak in monotone. Do you know what is monotone? Anyone? Sami, Arpana, Asma. Hi, Peter, welcome.
Good morning, sir.
No emphasis.
Good morning. Emphasis?
No, no accent or
Complete it.
same feeling, same mood.
Okay, does anyone know what is monotone except specifier? Asma, Arpana?
I don't know. I guess it's like you say maybe 1, 2, 3 as you count your sentence. Maybe I don't know.
Okay, I will explain, no worries. Pacifier, welcome. Would you like to explain, Pacifier, what is monotone? He is another teacher. He teaches GRE for the graduate level students.
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. So, in a monotone, we don't see the raise or lowering of our voice when we speak. So it's more like robotic voice. If I read out the tip 9 paragraph, tip 9, so it will be in a monotonous way. it will sound like this. Sometimes when we speak, we produce a flat sound, a monotone with little variation. This makes it more difficult to express what you say. So there's no use of punctuations and no upper intonation or down intonation in that case. So
Right.
it doesn't actually express the where we are mm, giving more mm, stress when we speak. In general, when we speak, we stress in some parts of the sentences, and we do not stress on the other parts. And sometimes when we say a word, we stress on the first syllable if it's noun, or in the second syllable. But when there's a monotone, we don't give different stress. We just read out the whole sentence or paragraph in uh, similar stress.
Right. Thank you very much. Hello, Trisha. Welcome. So welcome everyone once again. So monotone, mono is a Latin word which means one. That means we don't change our tone. But as a human, if you remember that our tone always goes up and down depending on our situation. Like if you're angry, upset, asking, our voice goes up. When you're shocked, surprised, or in a good mood, our voice goes down. But it doesn't happen that our voice remains same, except it is a robotic voice, metallic voice, or when you are talking like, no variation, no stress. What you say, the stress means, our intonation, our tone stress, okay, not the stress from the depression.
Mhm.
So we have to be careful when we speak naturally and articulately. Our voice always goes ups and down, and we have to follow that natural of speaking. As you might be aware, in IELTS exam, speaking naturally is one of the important features to get good score. Hi, Trisha, welcome. I have invited you. Okay. So,
Sir, how are you?
hello, welcome. Okay, so number 10, we need to practice. Remember that practice is a magic word, I should say. The more you practice, you'll feel confident, you'll feel positive inside you, you'll feel motivated. Please bear in mind that no one is perfect in the world, but practice can always makes you good progress in everything. It doesn't matter whether you're learning English or whether studying in university or college or PhD program or anywhere. If you are consistent in your learning, if you give time, if you practice, then obviously it will help you a lot. The common topics that they ask in speaking section are like tourism and travel, education, transport, environment, family life, sport and recreation, crime and punishment, internet, the internet, advertising and retail. Okay, we have explained already fluency. All right, I'm going to explain quickly. Grammar, use correct grammar. Clarity, do not mumble when you're speaking. Try to use accurate grammar wherever possible. Self-correction, speak or talk loudly. Do not speak too fast or too slow. Do not rush. Maintain 3 to 5 seconds gap maximum when it's possible. Be confident. Do not be repetitive, as I've said earlier, which we call fillers. Use different kinds of vocabs. When you're giving example, make it personal, make it interesting. Stick to the point and talk as much as you can. Always make sure you talk about the related topic. Do not bring anything irrelevant or not related. Speak naturally. Follow the pronunciation techniques. Remember that pronunciation is maybe one of the hardest part of English learning, but as soon as you can show your best technique, you get the highest marks. Use correct context, collocation, and connotation. Use compound sentences, complex sentences wherever possible. These are the basic, speaking tips. Any other question before we jump to our today's speaking challenge for 2 minutes? Any question from anyone?
No.
Okay, great. So welcome everyone once again to our IELTS speaking and writing sessions. Please remember that this an hour session is not enough for you. You have to practice a lot at home. And if you've got any issues, any other question, always you can contact me through the subscriber chat. Okay. So we'll start with this cue card, which is, can everyone see the screen? Can you see the screen, all of you?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. All right. So I've just pinned the main topic. So describe a house or an apartment you would like to live in. So I'll go with Semi first, then Arpana, then Asma, then Trisha, and Pacifier will be the last person. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So Semi and everyone, please have a look this topic. The topic is describe a house or an apartment you'd like to live in. So it's like a cue card. Remember that one will be given a cue card. You'll have 1 minute to think about the topic. And also you have to speak at least 2 minutes. So I'm going to check the timing as well. Remember that 4 things we are going to assess. Number 1, fluency. Number 2, your vocabs. Number 3, your grammar. Number 4, your pronunciation. I won't give you feedback straight away, but I can analyze after listening to your conversation. Okay, let me know when you're ready because it's a time related matter. Semi will be the first speaker.
Okay.
Are you ready now? Let me know.
Uh, uh, should I say for 2 minutes?
Yes, remember you're going to describe a house or an apartment, where it is. Let me explain briefly what you should say. Where would be your house or apartment? And you have to tell why. Okay. And then what would you like to do there? That means how you can spend the time there. Who would like to live with there with? It could be your family members, it could be your partner, it could be your children, it could be your parents or your sisters, brothers, siblings, etc. Then explain, as I said, why you like to live there. You have to give a little bit elaborative answer or any other related information. That means you want to make it bit like a story. Remember, IELTS speaking task, cue card is nothing but making a story of your own. So the story should be interesting, grammatically correct, logically effective and right, as well as an interesting story.
Okay.
Okay, Sammy, are you ready? Let me know, please.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Start speaking now.
Um, I like a house that has a enough that has a garden and that is possible to raise dog because I love to raise a dog and I really like the trees and flowers. Actually, in my apartment, we have a like a we have a garden, but we don't have a personal garden. So um, now I'm living in my apartment with my husband. But when I become older, and my parents uh, got older, uh, in the future, I want to live with my family, and I want to live in a big house that has a big big gardens. That's all. Yeah.
You're finished?
Yes.
You have to speak a little bit more. You have spoken only 1 minute and 28 seconds. Hello, Mani, welcome. Okay, look at the question, where it is. You need to tell us where would be your house or the apartment. Like, will it be a city or will it be in a village? Will it be some commercial center? Yeah, that's why understanding a question and answering correctly is one of the features of IELTS exam to get good marks. Okay, Simi. Hello, Dave. Thank you very much for the subscription. Excuse me.
That's you.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so
Yeah.
Sami,
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't say the. Uh,
uh-huh. Go on.
I want to have a house in a rural area, not a city. Yeah, but I didn't say. Yeah.
You have said, that's I'm saying. You have to follow these questions at least if you want to get good marks, because these are the criteria for getting marks that you need to answer what you have been asked in IELTS speaking task. Okay, no
Yeah.
worries. For the first time speaking, that's fine. Sometimes we do not understand all the different parts, but please make sure you read all the questions, because this question is in front of you, and just follow the questions and try to answer one by one. Okay, that will be better for you.
Okay.
Great, well done as a first time speaker, but I'm sure that you can practice a little bit more and you can develop more. Hello, Dave, welcome.
Uh, Hello, Shah.
Okay, welcome. Keep listening, please. Your turn will be
Thank
coming
you.
soon. Arpana,
Yes, sir.
are you ready to answer this topic?
Mm. Yes, sir.
Okay, start speaking, please.
Mm. Mm. Currently, I am living with my parents.
One moment, your
Um,
voice is not clear. Is it okay to bring the microphone close to your mouth, please?
okay, sir. Now, currently, I am living with my parents in a small town. In the future, I would like to live in city area where there is more facility. Uh, Along with there should be a um, 4 rooms, uh, open space in front of my house, garden area, and it it will be. I want to live in. I want to live close to nature, um, uh, around my house, mm, and. Mm, sorry, sir, I can't.
I can't say anymore. Okay, no worries. Take the screenshot, all of you. I'll suggest you practice at home. Remember, this is just a sample topic. In IELTS exam, there could be something else, in the real life test. But remember, it is always better to practice and know how the questions are arranged and asked and what you should answer. It is very important for you. Okay? Thanks for your answer, however. All right, Arpana, please practice a little bit more later. All right. Now, Asma.
Yeah. um, I don't have a mind if our house will be in a city or in a village, but I would like my house will be small house with a lot of windows, have a small pool and garden to let my kids play outside. Also, we can invite our families, parents to do barbecue in evening. That's it.
What about the other answers?
Uh,
Look at these questions, all of you, once again. You have to answer these questions when you're talking, okay? Because it's a topic and it must contain all the answers, like what it is, what do you like to do, fine, barbecue. Like Semi has answered, there should be garden, that's okay. And there should be, place for the pets, like dog, she mentioned, that's all right. But remember also, who would you like to live with, your brothers, sisters, family members? And you have to explain why you like to choose the house in a village or a commercial place or a countryside or a town.
okay.
So you have to extend a little bit answer. So the only way you can extend is by using different kinds of words and making more sentences.
Oh, okay.
All right. So Dave is here and Trisha is here. Welcome.
Yes, I wanted to say something about house. So,
Yeah.
if you permit them.
Sure, Deb. So it is like a cue card, which is the speaking test 2 in IELTS exam.
Yes, sure.
I'm sure that you are listening to different people's opinions, so you have to answer this. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
you have to talk at least 2 minutes or more.
Yes, sure. Okay, before I start, I would like to say thanks to all who have been listening to us and morning to all of you. Okay, anyways. So for me, I love house because I believe it's one of the safest place for me. And when I really feel happy, and the second thing is like I born there, and why it's safest place, like I spend all of my childhood time over there, and there are some other plants I planted, other trees I planted over at my place. So whenever I live in any city, I always miss my village. Not my village, like my place, my house. You can say like apartment. So as I am staying in a rural area, so not just me. I think everyone love their house because I think it's a safest place for everyone. Because whenever I go and whenever I spend some time, like at my cousin house or like any relative house, then we couldn't feel that much comfort what we feel in our house. So I think that's what I believe. And there's a long story, but it couldn't be possible in 2 minutes. But yeah, as can I say, everyone loves their house because it's very safest place for everyone. So that's what I wanted to tell.
Okay, thank you, Dave. Remember,
And now I'm living in big city. I always.
okay, you have explained well, but remember that you need to talk at least 2 minutes. That doesn't mean that it is limiting to 2 minutes. You can speak more, but minimum 2 minutes. So, and though you have repeated few words, 2 to 3 times, please do not repeat the same words because you're not going to get good marks in IELTS exam or in any conversation. Okay, that's why it's better not to repeat rather than bring new words to explain. So well done for the first time speaking, all of you. I appreciate Semi, Asma, Arpana, and Deb. Okay, our next speaker is Trisha. Trisha, you're back. You're ready. Okay. So once again, let me explain
Yes,
what.
I'm back.
Yeah, let me explain what you have to explain. Remember that when you're starting a topic, you can always bring an introductory sentence like the way Deb has said, a house is the safest place for us. A house is a house where I was born. It's like a peaceful place for all of us. But this one is asking,
Okay, okay. I'm
A, h-
explaining, sir. Okay.
yeah, a house and apartment you like to live in. It doesn't mean where you are born. Okay,
Where
remember
you?
that understanding a question is very important in IELTS exam. So it is your future house, how it would be. It would be your dream house. It would be a dream place where maybe you like to live with your husband or wife, or maybe you like to live with your parents or grandparents or siblings. Okay, then you will explain why it would be. It would be in a town or maybe in a village, and why do you choose in that location. That should be the second reason. Remember that you have to extend the answer, and what how you're going to spend the time, and family members, what you do generally when you're back from your work or studies. You have to explain a little bit more, or any other related information. Hi Gupta, thanks for the subscription. Is it okay, Trisha, Deb, Arpana, Asma, Semi?
Yeah.
Clear? Explanation is clear. Please make sure you practice it at your free time. Okay, our next speaker is Trisha. Trisha, please start speaking.
Okay. 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 I'm explaining. Okay. I want to live in a big city in which have more like a park garden in which we can visit and I want to live in big city. Okay, and there is a bungalow uh, in which we can visit all of the rooms and all of the house. Okay, and I want to be a garden in which we can visit and have energy like a sunlight in which we have need vitamin D and the sunlight. And now I want to visit with my friends in which we have care about each other and mm, um, so what's the question?
Trisha, sorry, your sound doesn't
Hello,
seem
sir.
to.
Can you hear me?
No, your network seems to be some problematic. We can't hear you clearly. It's breaking.
Hello, sir. Come again. I can't understand you.
I think you have got some network issue possibly. We can't hear you clearly, unfortunately, Trisha. I lost her.
Where, I can't understand you seriously.
Trisha, are you there? Hello? Can anyone hear her? Pacifier?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, you're here,
I
Trisha.
can
Sorry.
hear you, but not properly.
Yes.
Sorry, Trisha, would you like to restart again? Because I think I couldn't hear you anything at all. It broke all of your words and sentences.
So you can write the comments because I can't hear you all, and I don't know what by I can't hear you. So you can write the comments.
We can hear you, Trisha. We can hear you. You can just repeat the answer.
Trisha, are you there? I think I may have lost her. Okay, Gupta, I have invited you, and I'm inviting Trisha again. I believe that there might be a technical glitch.
Maybe.
Yeah, okay. So Pacifier, welcome. You. So I was thinking that you would be the last speaker because you answered these questions previously. So once
Mm.
again, welcome Semi, Arpana, Asma, Trisha, Gupta, and Pacifier. Please remember that when you get the topic, we need to understand what we are going to answer. Then you answer
Right.
according to the question. Okay, so Pacifier is going to answer. I'm going to check his timing as well. Okay, Pacifier, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Please start speaking.
I think most of the people would answer this question similarly because it's a common requirement that most of us want a detached house in the suburban or rural area with spacious rooms. So it becomes very common in our interest. But I have also similar interests. But I also do have few exceptions. Like I want my house to be built on a big agricultural land. There will be agricultural land close by. I also want my house a big, spacious one with lots of rooms, so that I can live with my family, and also for get together purpose I can invite my relatives also. So that's why I want a big spacious house. And another thing that I want different things for to feel like a home there. I want a pond nearby, and I also want, as I told before, that I want an agricultural land just beside my house so that I can uh, grow different crops, or maybe also I can create a garden, as I also have the interest to grow up different kinds of flowers. So in this way, I want to live in a suburban place with all the modcons, like all the modern commodities, essential things. The house will be situated close to the highway, so that I don't have to um, go a long distance to reach the city centers or the other facilities. And this house will be expandable. Like if I can, if I want in future to expand the house, or attach more rooms to it, or attach different facilities with it, I want to do that. So I want to make my house in that way that I can expand it later.
Okay.
In a nutshell, I should say that I want the flavor of rural area, and also I want the uh, facilities of living in a modern house at the same time. So that will be my dream house. And as I said earlier, that I want to live with my family, but I also want to have enough rooms so that I can invite my relatives there for special occasions or gatherings. And maybe one day, if I get the chance, maybe I will try to have a stable for horses. Like I have interest to ride horses, so that can I also want to add that to my house. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Thank you very much, Pasifa. No, Trisha, I couldn't hear you. Your voice broke and it was not clear. And that's why I asked if you can rejoin. Then maybe it will be good for you and for us to listen to you. Okay, so welcome once again, everyone, to our IELTS speaking and writing session. Thank you very much, Semi, Arpana, Asma, Gupta. Gupta, Deb has gone. I don't see, and Trisha and Pacifier. So Trisha, I'll suggest that if you logged out and re-log in, then I can bring you so that you can talk again. And well done. Pacifier spoke more than 4 minutes, which is really amazing, and you have answered all the questions. Once again, please make sure Semi, Arpana, Asma, Gupta and Deb, it is important for us to answer all the questions in the cue card, and that's the reason it's just a test. Okay, so always try to understand the question, but the problem of this part is that in cue card you'll not be able to ask any question to the teacher if you don't understand a question. Okay, so sometimes it may seem to be a bit challenging because the question is a bit tricky, like they have asked it, what do you like to do there, and where it is, and again they have asked why you like to live in this place. Okay, I think Trisha is back. Yeah, go on. Any question?
Just I want to ask the teacher will ask us. He will say this topic you should say about where is it, what you would like. This three topic of a question.
The teacher will give you a small piece of paper which we call cue card, and this question and topic will be there. Okay, that's in the speaking part, task 2. And the challenging part is that even if you don't understand the question, you can't ask the teacher because that's the test.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
Asma, like Pacifier took the exam, maybe he can explain a little bit better. He took the exam recently.
So there will be a piece of paper, and these questions and the topic will be written there. The teacher will just provide you with the card or the piece of paper. He or she will just give you the cue card, or if it's online, if it's an online speaking test, then they will show you the cue card on screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so they will show the cue card on screen for 1 minute, because you will get only 1 minute to prepare for the answer.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Can I ask
Yes.
you just a question? When you answer this question, you said a house. What's the meaning of suspicion? Or
Spacious house.
Big.
big? Okay.
Spacious means, yes, big
Suspicious.
house. Yes.
So he has to use the
Okay.
standard vocabulary. Remember, using standard vocab is one of the greatest features to get good marks in IELTS exam. Instead of saying big, he used spacious, which is a bit standard vocab. Okay, Asma, remember that when you have the opportunity, you can always use different kinds of vocabs, which is related to the topic.
Okay.
All right, and as Pacifier has said, if it is an online speaking test, after 1 minute, you're not going to see the questions anymore. So what you have to do in the 1 minute, you have to write the notes or the questions in a separate paper that should be with you. Okay. So
Okay.
if it is a face-to-face exam, then you'll be given the question paper and also a small paper to write down the notes. Okay.
Okay.
So that is the 1 minute, as he mentioned, and that is the rule that you have to prepare about the answer. Then the examiner will say, start speaking and going to check the time. It is very important for all of you that you have to speak minimum 2 minutes, which means you can speak more than 2 minutes. It doesn't limit that you have to talk only 2 minutes. Minimum 2 minutes means at least speak 2 minutes or more, maybe 3 or 4 minutes. But my suggestion will be speak as much as possible until the examiner says stop it now. That's enough. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Any other question about this topic? Semi, Arpana, Asma?
No, it's okay.
Okay. And please make sure this is just a practice with me. You have to practice by yourself. If you visit some of the free websites of IELTS exam, you'll find there are hundreds of topics. Read these topics, and there are some sample answers, and you can get some ideas how you're going to answer in the real life exam. But make sure, please do not memorize any words from any answers. Okay, if you memorize it, the examiner is going to understand in the twinkle of an eye that you have memorized it and copied it from somewhere. Okay,
Right.
so it is better to use your own word, whatever you feel. It doesn't matter whatever it is, the answer is, but you have to use your own answer. Okay, and as I said, Pacifier has given a good example, and some of you also you started, all of you, the very good way, but after a few seconds you just maybe couldn't see this question. Please make sure you follow the question patterns. And also, for the introduction of any topic, there are a few ways you can start. Like, I'm going to talk about a house where I'd like to live in the future. You can start it the conventional way, very simple way. Or the guy Dev said, a house is a house where it is full of peace and and love and affection. You can start like a story, amazing story. Then you can say the future house where I like to build is in a village because I like village area. Because of the fresh air, fresh oxygen, no pollution, no sound, no noise. Then you go to the next point. What do you like to do there? Because it's a house, I like to bring my parents, or I like to bring my wife if you're a boy, or I like to bring my husband. I like to stay with my children, relatives, parents. We like to have good time. We like to have fun. We like to watch movies. We like to talk. We like to cook, etc. What do you do in general house? Give some real life examples. That will make you interesting. Then you can say, like Semi said, there should be garden. Also, Pacifier said, I like uh, agricultural farm beside it. I like to grow their vegetables. There should be a pond or swimming pool. There should be some place for our pets, like dogs or cats. Explain. If when you start explaining, you're building up the story. It's like you're creating your own story. That really seems very interesting, and you'll get good marks. Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions, Sammy?
We are looking at the screen, and there are 3 questions, and the words like to, if we accept, if we delete the words like to, it means that same with that, what would you like to do there? Yeah, I'm confused because I used to use the collocation would like to, so yeah, I wonder. Is
This question, if you remove the like to, that it becomes a past tense. If you use like to, that it becomes a future tense. So it doesn't matter if you explain from the past or future. So you have the option to answer in a different way. Okay.
Oh, really? And then it means my hope without like to.
You
My
can answer
hope.
without like to, that's fine. But as long as it answers the question, that is the main feature here. Okay, Sami?
Yeah, okay.
Look, first question, why it is present tense or why it would be future tense. And second question again, what would you like to do? That means what you like to do in the future, or what you do there at the present or past. It depends how well you answer the first question, and other question comes accordingly. Remember,
Okay.
one biggest important feature of IELTS speaking is that if the question is in the past tense, you have to use past tense. If it is a present tense, you can use present tense. If it is in future, let's answer in the future tense. And that is the demonstration that you understand grammar. Grammar is important in IELTS exam. And in my perception, if you like to know grammar, always study tense, all the 12 tenses well. because if you make mistakes in creating a sentence, really it affects you. It affects your fluency, it affects your vocab, it affects your pronunciation, and sometimes you become nervous.
Okay.
Okay, so my suggestion would be do not be nervous even if you're making mistakes, because IELTS examiners expect that the candidate may not be 100% accurate. That's why it is called test. Remember that a test is a test. We cannot be 100% correct sometimes. If you answer correctly, they are going to get very amazing and good marks. A pacifier set for the exam once, and he got 7.5, right? Pacifier in speaking part?
No, sir. In
6
speaking
point,
part, I got 6.5. I got
6.5.
overall 7.5.
You got overall 7.5, but you got 6.5 in speaking.
Yes.
So that is very important to understand the question. Once again, if you understand the question well, definitely you'll answer it well. But this part, as I said in cue card, it is a challenging because you cannot ask any question because it's a test. This is how it is designed. But for the part 1 and part 3, if you don't understand a question, you can always ask that examiner politely, could you please repeat, or could you please explain? Well, I couldn't quite catch you. These are some of the expression when you're asking. Okay, Asma, Sami, Arpana. Any other question? We have got only 2 minutes more. Hello, Aki. Thank you very much for subscription. But okay, you have any other question? Anyone?
No.
Arpana, Sami, thank you. Arpana is gone possibly. Asma, any question?
No, it's okay. No, thank you. It's clear.
Okay, and also as I mentioned many times, if you have got any writing topic or written topic, and if you want to get it checked, please send me. My email address is in the subscriber chat. Please send me.
Can you give us a topic to write about it, and we send you what we write?
And it depends. That's why I don't want to give you topic. If you are going to sit for the general test and
General.
for the academic, the topics are different. Remember, in the task 1. In general test, the topic is either a letter or an application, but for the academic, it is from a bar chart or a graph chart. So I will suggest you, Asma, choose a topic from internet. There are many topics are there. Then you send me. Okay, please send me in Word file. Do not send me as in PDF so that I cannot check. If it is a Word file, I can check and assess it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and teacher, can you give us the material you are using in our class?
These materials are mostly created and developed by me. I can send you later. Okay, but you need to send me your email address. I do not share it publicly, so if you need it, I can obviously give you some of these topics. Okay, but send me your email address, please, personally.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye bye.